now arriving at Ilios.
What is this game? What the hell? Alright. Perfect.
Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
Faster, stronger. Well, this is gonna be fun. I hate Ana on Koth, just because it's very hard to pick a position and stay with that position. You know, you're gonna get dived on most of the times because Koth maps are very nice for flanks and not many longer sight lines for Ana to work with. So you basically have to do unscoped shots for half the game.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
Sometimes it's just better to be a heal bot, I guess. I'll let them go first. Up top, Doom. Doom no abilities, Ursa 1. Doom behind. I know I heard someone. It's Zim's fault for not engaging, honestly. He messed up his punch. Yeah, so I gotta watch for flankers here. I gotta get out. Here we go, Narissa. Shoot, okay. Stall for a little longer, even if you have time point. Okay, I have to focus on Hog now. In all honesty, I need to sleep and anti him pretty much every fight. See if this works. Hog needs to focus Doom. Nice pick. Good picks. Ball behind. Reloading. Ball antied. And that Genji is not the greatest. Lucio anti. Lucio 1.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Gave him nano early because I knew he was flanking. Give him a good stagger since they were half of their team down.
You're covered.
Can use left side, just keep an eye out for him. Ball left side. We don't have Echo. Bad. Very, very bad. Good beat, actually. Too bad I was only on 3 people. Gonna jump off. No point in continuing to fight that. I also screamed forever. They still have beat.
I've come back from worse.
Go for an anti here. Ball in.
I have your back.
And he really just goes for it, huh? I was gonna nano him.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Hog sleeping, hog sleeping. Hog antied, hog antied. Jesus Christ. Oh, the boop. The boop.
To hang it up.
Yeah, that hog dominated. Holy cow, that's 3. Winnable, we need to touch. Hog antied, hog antied. I couldn't touch. I didn't want to sleep anybody besides the Genji. That's why I was so afraid to sleep the ball. But maybe I should focus on ball more since the Genji's not as good.
1. Round 2. Capture.
Thank you.
Objective.
I actually didn't want you to switch, but it's okay. You were doing a pretty much okay on Reaper. You gotta be kidding me. Genji behind us. Nice armor pack, actually. 2 anti, 2 anti. Why you push him into me? Ride one, ride one. Still even, still even. Check having point, just Lucio on point. You have no heals. We should have kept Lucio. One of the bad attempts, but fuck. Echo's still behind. Echo dead. Genji half. They have no DPS. You should push them. 2 anti, 2 anti. Huge minefield, actually. Echo top right. That sucks.
Much better. You're going to be okay.
Hi, Ryan. Okay. Oh, shit, I missed it. Hog sleeping. Nice, nice. How did we win that? Honestly, if I could rotate to high ground, I would.
I will keep you healed. Speed isn't everything.
They're all up top. Hog antied, hog antied. Tracing a recall left side.
You're powered up. Get in there. Much better. Who taught you to fight like that?
Let's get you back out there.
Break antied, break antied.
Heroes never die.
Get hog, get hog.
Get me.
Lucy on point. That was actually crazy. Mercy peeled and we were actually able to get to it.
Watching your back.
He's gone.
I'm on fire.
Hi, monkey. You have no healers, no healers. Well, what are you doing? They have no healers either. This is winnable.
All soldiers
Damage boost
are hard
engaged.
to kill.
Never mind. Regroup, regroup quick.
Group up with me.
Well, you need to come back.
I'm taking care of you.
Doom, can you touch?
You're powered up. Get in there.
Genji on your Ana.
And I have with the minion.
Everyone get on the objective.
Hide.
Good touch, Doom. Easy.
Price on good help. Team kill. Round 1.
Is that why Dan Mercy is also 2,500?
Capture the
Unless you don't play Mercy in ranked. I don't know what you play in ranked. Do you play Moira in ranked? I think you play Moira in ranked. I think you play a really aggressive Moira in ranked. That was a fire strike. We're also playing Zarya Hog. Echo behind. Echo sleeping.
You're powered up. Get in there.
I mean, I had all. I might as well have used it. I wanted to get all earlier, but it's fine.
Heal up.
I am on fire.
Get a push up.
No one can hide from my sight.
Echo left, echo left. Huge hook. Brian sleeping. What the? Alright, I'm up here now. I'm stalling. Okay, decent stall.
لسه في ناس لازم احميها. Watching your back.
Won't die. I have nano. Sleeping.
Zarya.
You're powered up. Get in there. Get back in the fight.
Echo half. Reloading.
Heroes never die.
Brent sleeping main.
Fight.
Jesus Christ, Hog.
You're covered. That's much better.
Sleeping.
Just a scratch. You'll be fine.
Ryan on point.
No one can hide from my sight.
All half. Sleeping. Echo half. Nice.
You're going to be okay.
Don't push up too far. They have 99. We can't afford to lose anybody.
Get here.
Oh, of course.
Covered. Group up with me.
My ultimate is charging.
Yeah.
Watching your back.
What did I say? What did I say?
Powered up. Get in there. The pain.
Fire at will.
More at one. Ball. Ball sleeping.
You look tired.
Lucio antied.
You're going to.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Nice job, GG's. Yeah, so let's see. So since the new hog buffs, really, it's going to be really easy for Ana to climb, for an Ana player to climb. Because all you have to do is just shut down hog and then he gets no value, right? You anti, you sleep, you use pretty much most of your abilities to screw him over.
Round one.
The only issue is if they have something like a dive, like Doom and Genji, and they're specifically diving you, then you're gonna have a rough time. You have to shut down the hog though, through and through. You are the counter to hog. You have to shut down hog. So this is the fun part, right? So important thing right now is your headphones. If you have a good set of headphones, this is what I heard. I heard somebody. I hear Doom walking. He's on my right ear, not my left ear, but I hear Doom walking. I look. I don't see anybody on the right side. I look again. I see Doom up top. You always do a double take. You never want to keep your attention away from where you heard something, because if you heard something and you call something out, then that means the rest of your team can do something about it, or you can do something about it. I see him. I'm gonna initially go for a sleep. You missed the sleep. Oh well, you know. But the good thing is he didn't turn, so he missed his punch completely. Now, if you do end up getting slammed, if there's a nearby wall, if you do get slammed and then uppercutted, if there's a nearby wall, nade the wall, so at least you can get the splash damage off of you for healing, and try to put a shot into him afterwards. So I go for the anti onto him. It ends up missing, but he doesn't get any value out of his abilities. My abilities are all used up, and I can't use anything on the hog. Good thing our hog out-hooked him. But they didn't get any value out of the Doom. The Doom was completely out of the fight. It was a 5v6, and now it's a 5v6 again, because the Doom was more focused on me and missed everything. Lucky me. Now my main concern is to try to put either a lot of damage in or heal whoever's on the front line. Right now Reaper seems fine. Putting damage into him, he starts to Wraith. I know he has Wraith, so if he starts to Wraith out, I have to heal him mid-Wraith. So I'm trying to look for a chance to heal him. I heal him once, he's on the right side, I get a kill onto the Orisa. When they have no shield and they're completely focused on something, using DPSing isn't really like a bad thing. Like, you can DPS as Ana. Don't DPS too much, but DPSing, especially when the shield is down, is crazy. Like, nobody needs immediate heals right then and there. Put some damage in. You do 70 damage. See, I didn't do this. I was trying to go off of the wall here. I ended up missing it and trying to just turn around. I didn't turn around fast enough, but he misses his shots on me. Also, you want to you want to move your head hitbox away. You don't want to have him get headshots, because two headshots with shrapnel with his primary fire, you're gonna die. 200 HP target would get rinsed by his shrapnel. So this is the issue that I have, is I can't exactly get up to any high ground. My best option for high ground is like here, but even then, like, what am I gonna do here, right? I have a very small healing window and I can see from the left side. So you either want to take more of an inside approach. So something like this would be pretty decent. The only issue is your team needs to be set up here. You kind of have to play here more so. You have to watch out for flanks as well, right? You have a lot of room. You got to stay by this pillar for any line of sight abilities. But playing on Koth maps is very difficult. You gotta really pick your sight lines very carefully, and you'll always have to watch flanks. Since Koth is so symmetrical, you know they have the same flanks that you do. So if you're going on the right side and then you go main, they're probably gonna come on their left side. It would be their left, your right.
I have your back.
Yeah. So right now, making sure everybody's healed up. I see that the Tracer is losing a 1v1, so I'm going to help out her. Try to go for a sleep. He goes off for the deflect. You can use the punch. I forgot to use the punch, but you can punch to fake your sleep, and then try to go for the anti afterwards. It was very short. I think this is one of the earlier games too, so it wasn't doing too well. And I thought that the Genji was going to dive me. I figured he still had dash up. I think he just used it here. Yeah, he just used it. So if he was going to dive me, I was going to die. 50 HP and then 2 shurikens and then a melee. I was dead. So that's why I wanted to get out of there quicker. I end up trying to out heal any damage that's coming into Orisa. They go after me, anti him, turn around, try to put a shot into him. He's already dead. I see that the Ana's there, and then the Genji. I'm more worried about the Genji because the Genji's in my face, and if he triple shurikens me, that's a lot of health off of me. So I'm trying to just back up, and I end up walking into a shot of a hog. But there's a lot of confusion and there's a lot of commotion that we have to worry about in the middle of those team fights. You have to anti either A, multiple people, or B, sleep somebody who's diving onto your backline or who's basically the one person trying to use abilities to kill someone, right? So Doom and Genji both are great targets. Hammond is an even better target for the most part because he's the one who's making the space. Obviously, if you have the Genji doing most of the work, then try to sleep the Genji. If the Doom's doing most of the work, try to sleep the Doom. If the Ball or Genji aren't doing anything, well, in this case, it was the Genji and the Doom. They weren't really getting much value out of their picks. So your main concern is to figure out who to sleep, right? Who is this person who is doing most of the work? The Ball isn't doing anything besides making space. That's his main job. And if he's doing that, you need to sleep him. If all three of them are doing pretty good job at what they're doing, then you just need to pick a priority target, aka the one probably with ult, or the one who's probably going to be closest to ult. This is more of a first fight terms, and nobody's really had an ultimate yet, so you have to worry about who got the most ult charge here. And right now it's Genji, using your punch to fake out the deflect. Ball ends up killing himself. I try to go for a Skynade here. I don't think it actually gets anything. I only do these Skynades so I can get a pretty early anti-effect off. I think this might actually go into their spawn. Yeah, it doesn't go as far as I wanted it to, but try to calculate those nades. Oop, wrong Ana, lol. Calculate those nades, meaning like you really got to figure out some angles because those nades can be perfect. Nade spots, I don't think I've used a nade spot in a while, but experiment around with maps and try to find nade spots of your own. Try to use Ana's scope as like a marker, I guess. Like you would, okay, so in Eichenwald they have the poles with like the metal nails coming out of them, right? So you typically put your scope in between them and like line up one of these little lines. If you can see the triangle in the middle of her scope, if you zoom into that, that's what you line up to, right? Try to do something like that. So I'm trying to go through main. Hog's on main. He's fighting a Lucio. I'm not worried about him. I'm more worried about the Reaper because he's facing off the Genji and the Doomfist at the same time. You have to know who to peel in every single situation because if you peel for the wrong person, like trying to peel for the Roadhog, he has self-heal, he has self-sustain, he's fighting a Lucio, he'll be fine. He's not in any immediate danger. It would be a good idea to anti the Lucio, help him with that kill. But also, if you have to use it on somebody for extra heals, you have to worry about that too. So now both DPS are left side, and Doom is dead. I can now focus on the front line. Genji's now on the front line, so I focus mainly on healing. And I rotate into the spot so I can have more of a line of sight on everybody in here. Hog gets a really good hook, and Ball isn't able to go anywhere because I basically body block him before he can go anywhere, and Lucio boops him. I thought he was going to keep going. He didn't keep going. He kind of just got stalled on my body. Trying to peel for a Reaper. I can't get a line of sight on him. Try to go for a shot. I missed a shot. Oh well, turn around and focus on the immediate task at hand. I have no sleep, so I'm going to try to play corners and at least put a shot into him, because they don't have Nano Blade. They didn't Nano. I think their Ana either backed off or didn't have Nano. She doesn't have Nano now, so I'm assuming she didn't have Nano. And his blades were very interesting. He tried to 1v6 pretty much every time. If it's not a 1v6, you have to save sleep for an important ult like this, because if they do have Nano Blade, it's a slash and a dash. That's it. You're dead. So you really have to get those sleeps off, and don't touch him afterwards. And if you can't get the sleeps off, shoot him, anti him first, then shoot him. Because at least if he can't get healing, that's something. If somebody can stun him, at least for half a second, he can't get any healing, he doesn't have any support. Trying to go for his sleep on the McCree because he's an immediate danger to my Hog. If he, continuously charges up his ult off of this ult battery, then we're gonna have some issues. I love doing this with my Hog duo that we do all the time. Hooking another Hog is probably the best thing you can do, because right now we're mirror matched, right? Hog Ana. If your Hog hooks their Hog, you have to anti that. You have to nade that, because if their Ana antis first, what's gonna happen? Hog has no self heal. He's gonna die really quick. So I'm immediately looking for this anti. It ends up hitting the Lucio. Oh, and it does end up hitting the Hog. Perfect. So now the Lucio and the Hog are both in immediate danger. Hog can't use his self heal. He's using his self heal right now. Right? He's at 110 health and he can't self heal. This is perfect because now he has to back off. He's not in the front line. He can't do anything because he's waiting for the anti go away. So that gets us another, what, 5%? And I wait for him to go on the flank. Nobody's really in comms, so the best thing you can do is judge the situation. If there's a flank, front line's coming in, this is the best idea. Go off for the flank. The Reaper's a very high damage target and could probably take out the McCree, the Lucio, or even the, what's his face? The Hog. And he won't get one shot because of the reduced damage. And look, he gets a pick on the Lucio, like I said. Go for the anti, I get an anti off of him. Hog gets a really good hook too. And then Reaper tries to go in, heal him when he's in Wraith. Put one shot into the Genji.
Get back in the fight.
Heal up Tracer. I can now go for damage since nobody's in immediate danger. Everybody's uncritical, so I try to do the splash damage off of the side. It ends up getting an anti, and I think it actually ends up... Oh, everybody's antied off the side too. So this was a really good anti. Actually, you know what? We'll see what this Ana did wrong versus what I did right. Okay? So obviously we have the nano first. That's just... It's not necessarily an Ana difference, right? It's just a DPS difference. Building nano as fast as you can almost be impossible based on your comp and based on how much damage the other team has, right? So comp, it's based on comp. So if you have an ult battery like Roadhog who's feeding you ult charge because he's taking so much damage and not using breather, right? That's a lot of ultimate that you're charging. If you don't really have many shields and you're constantly hitting your shots on your, what, 600 HP tank and your, what, 400 HP tank if you're running a Zarya, or 600 HP tank if you're running a Ball, right? That's a lot of potential heals that you can have. But your Ball needs to not go for those health packs in order for you to build it up faster. If it's a Ana v Ana fight, you want to build ult first, but also you have to constantly be aware of where this Ana's positioning is. Since your mirror match is essentially the Roadhog, since you counter him, and the Ana, you have to keep track of either one or both. I'm the only one in comms, or I'm the only one talking in comms as far as I know for the most part, so I'm trying to call out as much as I can. She's been building Nano very, very slowly, probably because she's not focusing on the right targets, right? She goes for a sleep, it's a really good sleep, but she doesn't end up anteing it before well, he does still have Wraith, doesn't he? Let's see. Yeah, so a sleep is good, but he has Wraith right after, right? If he doesn't have Wraith, then you want to ante him after he uses Wraith. What she does is she ends up sleeping him and anteing him immediately afterwards. You can't do that because he's just going to Wraith out of it and cleanse himself. Like that. So now she has to focus on frontline. She's healing McCree. And she reloads. See, if you're in the middle of a team fight, you don't want to reload when you still have shots left. I've started doing this subconsciously. I need to stop doing it. You can reload to get more shots, but you have 13 shots left. Use them.
I have your back.
So I feel like she might just be reloading a little bit early. And that ante was way too late. She does get 3 off, but she's also frontlining here. She doesn't have to be this close to ante all of them. She can play on stairs and ante them all the same with no shield. But she ends up getting bursted down because she's not playing in the correct position. So positioning, abilities wrong, etc, etc, etc. But this is the difference, right? When you're using your abilities correctly and healing the correct people. She had a great ante. What went wrong is she had half her team dead, but also she wasn't playing in the right position, right? She could get a kill off of this. Honestly, she could 100% gotten a kill off of this if she played on stairs. Probably could have killed the Tracer. Oh, they do kill the Tracer.
You're covered.
Yeah, so now look at the difference, right? I am 33% to my next Nano, and they have Nano. They don't have Blade. We have Reaper ult. So it's essentially like a shift. We have somebody who could potentially use Nano. They have somebody who could potentially use Nano as well, but the difference is the Nano. So let's see how long it takes her for her to use Nano and how long it takes me to build my Nano. So here's my ult battery right here. Putting in shots, close. Trying to sleep on the ball. I missed the sleep. I back up because their front line's going to come up soon. Focus on Hog. Hog gets booped in. I can't heal him, so I'm going to focus on damage. I go back to the Reaper because he needs heals. I look towards main in a second, hopefully. No, I'm trying to peel for Reaper since he's got the Hog on his hand. I go for a quick nade onto Orisa, but she backs up a little bit too far, and we beat, and I don't know, it doesn't get Orisa, which is the sad part. And they're using, I think they use 3 ults here because their Echo might have used ult. Oh yeah, they use mines as well. They just use mines. They're using 3 ults. I don't know who she nanos actually. I think she nanoed. She does nano Hog. That's actually not a bad thing to do. I think he's only solo ulting the Reaper though. No, he does end up getting the Orisa, shockingly enough. Another thing is apparently I scoped in and that freaked him out too because he thought I was gonna shoot at him. Go for the sleep, go for the ante. I missed both surprisingly, and we all lost, so we jump off. But she got picked off early, right? She's dying a lot. And she just used her ult, and now I'm just coming online to my ult, right? This is a huge difference because now they don't have it for Nano Blade, right? Nano Blade is actually a pretty good ult, believe it or not. So you have to pay attention to what ults you have. I'm not also looking at the camera. The camera's right there, but I'm trying to look at chat at the same time.
I've come back from worse.
Going for an early nade. I don't end up hitting anybody, but I'm trying to focus on main. Genji ults. So when Genji ults, a good idea is to, especially if it's a squishy, is to nano the squishy, even if it is like a Mercy or a Zen. And that prevents you from having to hit every single shot because I'm pretty sure you can out heal a Nano Blade. Or not a Nano Blade, just a Blade. But you can pretty much out heal a Blade, right? You shoot, you ante or throw the nade, and then you shoot again. If you continuously hit those shots, his blade is completely negated. If you nano, that's 50% reduction, and the extra 200 HP on top of that, anteing and healing at the same time. You put in one shot, that's double plus the 50% reduction, like, it's over. He can't use it. Nano Blade, however, is a completely different story because even though it is 50% reduction, he has a lot of damage. So I wouldn't suggest doing it like that. I was gonna nano the hog here, and I was gonna see if he was going to use ult, but he gets hooked in. So it's my fault for believing in my hog. So I try to go on a flank and look for an anti here real quick. I missed the anti, but I end up healing the people who are going in. I heal the Reaper. I nano the Reaper. I think I was going for the Doom in this case because he was finishing off the break, and the Reapers just used Wraith, so there's no point in me nanoing him at this point. They use Beat, which is actually a really, really good counter. My only problem, or my only job now, since we are pretty much even, is to stop the hog from doing anything. Go for the sleep, he can't do anything. Now I focus on literally every other target. Anti-hog, I probably could have left him for a little bit longer, but at least I anti him, and now he's in a little bit of danger. But again, I'm not playing with my team. The ball notices this, and I die. This is my issue, is as soon as I antied, I should have just left. As soon as you anti, right, they know where you are. You have to leave. They have a lot of dive characters, Ball, Lucio, yes, Lucio, Genji, and Echo, who can all just be like, hey, there's an Ana there. Oh, now she's dead, right? You're not playing with your team. You're not playing with your Lucio. You have no heals. And then we end up losing the fight. I think we actually end up losing the standard. Kill up 3. Just trying to go for the stall. And then get any more people on. So I think I said this afterwards. Hey, I need to focus this ball a little bit more. He's doing more than I thought he was going to. So we got to focus on ball. So now we're running Mercy Ashe, and I wanted the hit scan because of the Echo. And they're running the same thing, besides ball. Shocker. Go for the sleep. I missed it. He kind of danced in front of me. He goes for the hook. I try to go for a heal and an anti, but I miss it. I try to go in between them, actually, and they both back off of each other, which sucks. Genji's on me. I call it. Mercy goes for the heal. I try to put a shot into him, but then I realize that he's already over the top. We do get a good pick onto the Echo, so now I'm going to focus on frontlining. I'm getting a good anti off. Now that 3 of them are antied, I'm going to go for his sleep because I'm pretty much pressured. I could grab this mini, which I do. He ends up swinging once more. I put 2 more shots into him. I put 1 more shot into him, and then he's won. So the whole issue with this is playing here. I went for a really aggressive anti, and I paid for it. But it also caused both the... I think 3 people to be antied. We don't have any heals. I don't know where the Mercy was. I think she was trying to pocket me. But they now have 1 less player, and we have 2 less players. Going for aggressive antis are okay when it's worth it. What I mean by that is if it's an aggressive anti and your team can follow up on it, then it's a good anti. But if your team can't follow up on it, there's no point in trying to do an aggressive anti, right? But also, even if you are trying to do an aggressive anti, still try to be able to think, am I going to get out of this alive? Is there a spot that I can be where I probably won't be killed? I honestly could have went up top and tried to anti from here, try to do heals from here. Try to be up here even, right? I could have blocked this out. I could have done enough healing right here. High ground is very, very important for Ana. She doesn't have any movement abilities, so being on high ground to begin with is good. Going for another Sky Nade. Heal up Doom. So now they kind of hold us here for a bit. You really don't want to stagger yourself. Pay attention to where the Echo is. Pocket whoever's getting in trouble. I think I go for a nade here. I do go for a nade here. A little short of a nade. But you could splash it off of the building in the middle. Try to go in for a couple more shots. Reload before we go in because I want to do more healing. I think I nano. No, I don't nano because they all try to go for the sleep. Miss the sleep. Oh well. Nano Hog because he's using his ult. Didn't realize that they had Shatter. But now we have to worry about that. I get a really good anti off of the hook that he did. And now I'm going to be focused on Echo because I know Echo's on the left. Go for a sleep. It ends up hitting the wall. And now I'm focused on whoever needs healing main. I hear the Echo. I turn around. I try to put a shot into Echo. I go for an anti because I know she's going to go for the health pack. And then I kill her. This is the fun thing about DPS. Some of them have no way of healing themselves besides health packs. So antiing them first might be a better idea before they can get to the health pack because then you can shoot them. And they can't heal. Now I realize that the Genji is on me, so I'm trying to call it out. I put one shot into him, I melee. So I'm trying to get him to use deflect. He ends up dashing through me. He's half health, and then the Doom's able to kill him. Doesn't even have to full charge punch. Again, aggressive plays. Only if your team can follow up. We do end up getting a pick. We do end up getting the res off. Ashe ends up getting a pick. Now I have to focus on the tanks who are bullying my my ball into the corner. What bullies, man? What bullies? So I end up antiing 2 of them, and now we can even push further. So now I'm trying to use more of my abilities in order to stop them from bullying the ball. The ball ends up ulting. It honestly ends up zoning them, but we're down 2. They're down 1 and we're down 2. So it's a 5v4. We can win this. You just have to select which times to heal. I'm waiting. I'm doing unscope shots so they don't know where I am. Waiting for them to walk in so I can get a big anti on at least 2 of them. I try to anti the wrong hog. Oh well. They both look at me. They don't sleep, but oops. I went back 20 seconds. I end up dropping off and getting the heal. The thing with this is I don't think their hog, or their Echo at least, got any value. Brian's focused on me, everybody's focused on the hog. I come back in, I try to anti the hog. I somehow miss it. I think I hit it off the corner, but I end up healing my hog, which is what makes him survive this. I also sleep him to make sure his shots don't go off. His shots don't go off and he gets hooked, he gets double stunned, he gets killed immediately. Now I have to play a little bit passive since I don't have any abilities, and now I can play from this little side here since they're focused on everybody from the inside, right? Playing here, perfect for healing, perfect for damaging. Playing here, perfect for healing, and you don't have to worry about people shooting at you, right? But you have to worry about people coming back from the earlier fight. We got about 8 minutes left. That was just a lucky shot onto him. Yeah, Doom was trying to put a full combo into him, but ended up missing his last shot. But putting one shot into him, what's it gonna hurt, right? It ends up getting a kill. I didn't even know he was low. I just shot him because I could shoot him. End up getting a kill because Doom put a full combo into him and missed. And I'm really worried about this Lucio because Lucio likes wall riding a lot. So I want to use anti on him, but I really have to save anti for Hog here. For when that happens, because look at this. Hog has healing, their Hog doesn't. Perfect. End of story. They don't have any anti of their own. They're running Brig Lucio. Easiest win of my life. I look for a nano. Nobody's out there, so I'm waiting. Try to heal the tracer. Try to sleep the tracer. I don't get it off. She has no recall. I call that she has no recall. She's on the left side. Doom gets killed by the Hog. We are in a 5v6 situation. We get the Hog onto point. I think I'm gonna nano him. Yep, he uses his ult, and I'm going to nano him. He ends up pushing Hog off point. I go for the anti. The Brig's not anti, so I just back up here. And now both DPS are on me. I'm lucky that my Mercy peeled for me. I'm gonna try to heal my Ashe because she's also getting dove. I don't end up killing her or healing her, so I end up backing up, trying to fake out the deflect. I miss the sleep. So now my only option here is to damage and run. End up using the anti, trying to anti him. He ends up getting antied, and I end up stealing the health pack before he does. Get the health pack, end up punching him because I'm still trying to bait out any sort of damage, and I'm not close enough to get a good hit off. He's basically jumping over me the entire time, so I'm trying to go for punches, and I end up putting one shot into him. Mercy ends up missing all of her shots, but he's one shot, so then Mercy ends up killing him with a stray bullet. So now I'm playing here. I'm trying to play from here since I'm kind of scared. It just got hard focused, and they need immediate help on point. Me rotating would take way too long. The Hog's just coming back, so I'm focusing more on getting antis off, getting sleeps off, and getting heals off. at a safe far distance, just because I rotated so far. And I actually end up getting an anti onto the break. Trying to heal whoever I can see. But if he hits into Hog, and look, if I was up there by myself, I would have been killed by him 100%. Trying to look for another anti. Throw it off to that right corner. Perfect splash damage. Ends up hitting the Brig again. Brig's in the middle of a rally. Call out where Lucio is. Just trying to put into heals into anybody. Try to sleep the Lucio. Miss the Lucio. I actually missed a lot of shots. Holy cow. I missed everything up there. It was mainly the antis that I threw. But hey, an anti works, right? You anti one person, you focus that one person. What do they have? They don't have anything. You killed them. You anti them, they have no heals. Waiting for somebody to come in so I can sleep them. Finally notice that they have the monkey. Oh shoot, I have to back up because the one issue is with monkey. He's gonna want to kill me, and he's gonna want to kill me quick, and I don't notice that quick enough. So I try to hide from him. He peeks around the corner. Too bad he has a hog hook in his face. I get booped back in. I try to go for an early anti, but I get slammed on. So the issue I had here was playing inside this corner. As soon as I found out they had a monkey, I needed to full send and full leave, right? I needed to focus way more on heals than I did trying to fight the monkey one-on-one. And that's what got me killed. The Lucio was able to focus me. I couldn't use nano, and I think we end up losing this one.
All soldiers are.
So yeah, if they have the monkey, you have to do everything in your power to stop the monkey from diving you. The monkey didn't even dive me. He just killed me. Just sat there and electrocuted me to death.
You're powered up. Get in there.
So we're trying to stall with Doom. I end up nanoing Doom because I think he can get a few good picks off with a Mercy Pocket. He ends up getting, I think, a couple here. As long as I have Genji's attention off of Doom, then this is perfect because now he's focused on a different target. Trying to heal the Ashe because she got dove. Focus healing on Hog because he has no healing. And we actually end up getting team wipe. But I also did it so he could survive long enough, right? Doom goes in by himself. What does he have? He has the Mercy Pocket. That's good. But he also has 50% damage reduction. That's even better. Then he's able to pop off and do whatever he wants because we enable him.
Score.
Enabling your teammates, one of the most important things. Enable, enable, enable. You don't enable teammates, they're not confident enough to go and, you know, kill things. So now we're running the Hog Zarya. So again, all batteries right here. We have no shield whatsoever. What are they gonna do? They're gonna shoot us constantly. So this is where you build nano, and you build nano fast. Going for the spawn nade. Nobody's there. So now, since you know what they have, what you have, you need to pump heals into your front line. Jim gets picked off early. McCree's frontlining. I sleep him. He's not in the fight. I end up seeing the Echo. I try to go for a heal onto myself. Mercy heals me. Go for an early heal onto Hog. Hog's still alive. I'm 50 to nano already. Fight's just begun. Point just unlocked. 30 seconds into the match. 50 to nano. See the McCree. Try to put shots into McCree while also healing. Try to sleep the Echo, get a good sleep on the Echo, go for a heal or an anti, miss the heal, but I end up getting the anti onto the Echo. Want more shots on a Hog. I'm now 85 to nano. They push way too far into our front line, and you have to use antis when they do that. Meanwhile, getting a ton of good heals on your team. I didn't have to nano here, but I did it just to secure the fight. We were also taking way too long to cap the point, so I nanoed who I thought could use it. He ends up getting blade faster, and I'm pretty confident that I can build nano in 5 seconds, so. And look, we kept the point. And Genji goes try to use that, but he doesn't. And he's only at 50, right? Let me try to build nano a little faster. But that's to the full extent of what you can use your heals for, is building nano extremely fast like that. They end up being really aggressive, and I'm not ready for it. I'm I myself on point with Widow, and they're fighting a 4v6 right now. So I'm trying to put in any heals I can with the nade. You could ask all of them to stay one side, stay left side, stay right side, because I can't see you, right? That's another important thing. I can't see you. I can't heal you. You have to really, really pay attention to that. And they have to pay attention to that too. And if they don't pay attention to it, then you need to say something. Hey, I can't freaking heal you, dude. You're behind a wall. Walk left, walk right. Easy as that. This is the perfect part. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to out heal the damage that that's coming onto this hog right now. So I'm spamming. He ends up getting killed. Oh well. Genji's also dead, so now I'm trying to rotate to my Zarya and try to put as many heals as I can into her in order to build up nano faster, because I know we're gonna lose this fight. We're fighting a 4v6, and they're using they use Deadeye, Grav. I think they used Koa earlier. Sleep him because he's being super aggressive. I wanted to go for the anti, but I end up getting booped. So I missed the anti. But I do end up getting a heal off. So now we just back out of the fight. Oh no, we stall for more time. That's what we do. They were gonna kill us anyway, so we stall for more time. And look, we are 70 to another nano, and it's only the third fight. Boom. Look at all those heals, right? They have a lot of damage with this Echo. This Echo wants to get a pick. The only issue is if she can't get a pick, she's just feeding me ult charge. Since she already has her ult, she isn't feeding her ult, she's feeding my ult because she's not getting a pick. If Echo doesn't get a pick, she's just feeding you ult charge, right? You have to out heal her damage, obviously. More importantly, her beam, right? If she gets hog under half health and you can out heal that, that's a huge amount of ult charge. They end up shattering a bubble, which sucks. Try to go for a sleep on him because I figured he would immediately charge, because that's what Plat Rhines do. When you get up into the higher ranks, this is actually, I think this is our diamond game, I do believe. So, because I think we're 30, what are we right now? What are we, 30-11? We are 30-11. I would change that, but I'm too lazy. Yeah, sleeping this Rhine because gold Rhines, plat Rhines will slam and then immediately pin, which is dumb because I have this ability that says no. That's it. It just says no. And then they're like, oh, dang it. So I hear that the Echo's on the right side. I go mainly for heals. We go for the...
Get in there.
Do I actually... I think I actually... Oh, I do. That was actually a really lucky... nano, because he zooms in immediately. You calling out, I've said calling so many times, but calls are super important. Trying to hit rough nanos like that, you have to be in line of sight with your Genji at all times. If you're going for a nano blade, if he has to dash up and do it, whatever. If he's just gonna outright do it, then that's gonna be tough for you. You got to make the call. Hey, you need to dash up. He does end up getting a kill, and they end up using Grav specifically for him and Beat specifically for him. They used Echo Ult earlier, so they're just wasting ults on this kid. And he actually gets a pick too, which is even better. 2 ults for 2 ults, I'll take that any day. Trying sleeping her, but she doesn't go forward for the grab. But at least one shot into her, she's half health. Spams, I need healing, focus on healing. Don't have to focus on healing because everybody's got sustain. Try to anti-Lucio, miss the anti. I think I was also going for a heal actually onto him. Reload. I think I go for an anti again. Anti-ing Lucio, in a 1v1 against Lucio, you want to anti first, because if he has heals in the middle of your fight, you're going to lose that fight pretty much 8 times out of 10. Unless you could hit literally 5 shots in a row, you need to anti him so he cannot get any heals. If he amps and heals, that's even worse, right? If you hit a sleep on him, good. If you anti him, you immediately got to start pumping shots into him. No, don't even forget about sleeping him. Just pump shots into him. Falls a dummy and tries to slam me. I still have sleep dart. I have the no ability, so this is the issue with I need healing, is that both healers immediately turn around as soon as that happens. So then we both focus on the same target. Try to cover for Widow. End up getting a pretty good sleep on him. Don't panic when McCree uses ult. Because McCree is probably one of the, along with Roadhog, McCree ulting is probably one of the easiest things that you can sleep. Because of A, the predictability, and B, he stands still. He stands still. Right? So look.
It's high noon.
He has 6 seconds. I believe it takes him 2 seconds in order to get like a full, or actually it might be like a second and a half before he actually gets like the full thing off. Why are we all of a sudden third person now? Oh, that's why. But yeah, it doesn't take him long, but it's just long enough for you to pull out a sleep and sleep him. We end up getting a pick onto the Echo. And now this is the call that I make, right? We can't push forward. Even though I would love to push them into their spawn, if we push too far, we're going to die. I mentioned this. Right?
Get healed.
That kind of made me angry. But oh well.
You're covered. Group up
You try to focus on any healing that you can from where you are. Mercy heard me say this and spams fallback. I spam group up. Doesn't do anything. I think we lose 2 here. We lose Genji and I think we lose Zarya as well. We lose Genji. Zarya gets a pick.
watching your
Hog
back.
dies. So now I gotta stall for time. So we're down 2. They're down 1. What I want to do is I want to keep whoever it is alive. We're not going to use Nanoblade. Nanoblade is off the table at this point because Genji died so early. So that's why I'm nanoing Zarya
You're powered up.
here.
Get in there.
She's low health. She's now full health. I now focus on damaging because she's full health.
The pain is coming.
Pretty good ante. Get a kill onto the McCree. She solo ults the McCree. McCree's dead. Focus on Moira. Moira's one shot. I shoot her once. She's still one shot. Try to go peek around for the kill. She's dead. Now I focus on whoever's in my back line. Tries to go for a slam. Get a good sleep off of him. Anti the Lucio. And we actually win this fight. The only reason we win this fight is because we put so many resources into that Zarya, and Zarya built Grav almost immediately because she had nano and she was 95 to it. But they had the mistake of realizing, hey, they don't have any ults. Hey, they're down 2. We win. No, you don't win. You can hit your antis in a 4v6. You can win this fight 100%. SimTP. SimTP is notorious for so many antis because they all come through it at the same time on flanks and stuff. If you're there and you anti all 6 of them, how much potential is that for kills? That's 6 potential kills. You don't need to do anything else really besides damage. And I nano Zarya. Zarya gets 2 picks on her own, but even if she were to get 1 pick, antiing the people who don't have a shield when they're coming down main, that's perfect, right? Even if it's just the McCree, we were able to get a pick. Now this is another thing. Nanoing the people who get hammered is a good idea. Pocketing the squishies who get hammered is an even better idea. He hammers, he fire strikes.
I've seen.
I do nothing but heal this Genji. We pocket the hell out of this Genji, and he's able to use Dragon Blade immediately afterwards. Why? Because we pocketed him. He's a squishy. He's the only squishy. We don't have to worry about Zarya. He doesn't even pin. So there's no point. If he pins, that's when you go for the anti onto him. If he doesn't pin, and if he goes for the full swing fire strike thing, that's when you pocket the squishies that he's focusing on. If you have to go for a nade though, if he shatters multiple squishies, right, try to nade into the middle of all of them. That way you can at least get heals for all of them. So a swing isn't as effective.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
And then they're not able to touch.
Victory.
So that's how you win that game. Is the main carry potential that you have as Ana is insane. Especially now with Hog being so powerful in this meta, is he's going to be stupid aggressive. All you have to do, sleep anti, sleep anti, sleep anti. Even if you can just get the anti off, right? That's enough to stop the Hog from doing literally anything. He's being too aggressive, anti him. He's being too aggressive, try to sleep him. If you don't sleep him, anti him. Oh my god. It's like, it's basically free SR for any Ana player whatsoever. If they think these hog buffs are too powerful, oh, I'm swimming in SR because these hogs are stupid aggressive and they don't know that I can play Ana and I can counter you almost immediately. But this is console, so nobody really plays Ana.